Today our topic of discussion is kidney function test or renal function test. Have you completed kidney in your anatomy? No. In physiology? No. Okay. So before going to renal function test, we must know about what are the normal functions of kidney. Any idea normal function of kidney? Filtration. Okay. So it main function is excretion of waste products from our body. Okay. Besides excretion, there are many other functions of kidney. So these are the functions of kidney. Number one is excretion of waste product like urea, creatinine and uric acid, elimination of toxin and metabolites of drug. Next, maintaining the water balance. Okay. Then maintenance of sodium, potassium and hydrogen balance. Then next point is activation of vitamin D. Vitamin D is synthesized in where? Skin. It is active form or inactive form? Inactive form. Then for activation it goes to first liver, then kidney. In liver, what is the enzyme? Hydroxylase. There will be one hydroxylation and next hydroxylation will occur in kidney. And in liver it will form calcidiol. Calcidiol. The inactive form of vitamin D is called cholecalciferol. Then it will come into liver. In liver, hydroxylation will occur and the name will be calcidiol. Then it will go into kidney. Here also hydroxylation will occur and the name will be calcitriol. This is the active form. Calcitriol. Active form of vitamin D. So activation of vitamin D occurs in kidney and it is an important part of kidney function test to estimate vitamin D, because in case of kidney disease due to deficiency of vitamin D, calcium is also will also be deficit. Okay. So next is production of erythropoietin. What is the role of erythropoietin? Erythropoietin helps in synthesis of RBC. Okay, helps in synthesis of RBC. So if there is kidney disease, then there will be deficiency of erythropoietin, and so production of RBC we can see, and there may be anemia. Okay. It also helps production of renin. Have you heard the name renin? What is renin? Renin acts on renin-angiotensin system. Renin-angiotensin system. In short form, it is called RAS. Renin-angiotensin system. This system helps to maintain the blood pressure. Okay, you will read details in your pharmacology. Renin-angiotensin system. So about 180 liter per day of water with sodium, chloride, sugar and amino acid is filtered through kidney. And among 180 liter, 178.5 liter is reabsorbed. So the amount of urine which is excreted, it is around 1.5 liter. Okay, around 1.5 liter per day. Maximum is reabsorbed. Okay, very small amount passes through urine. So these are the normal functions of kidney. Now if we want to classify the function of kidney, then we can classify as glomerular function and tubular function. You know what is glomerulus and what is tubule? What is glomerulus? Tuft of capillaries covered by Bowman capsule. And what are the parts of renal tubule? Proximal convoluted, then loops of Henle, then distal convoluted tubule. Okay. So we can classify as glomerular function and tubular function. First coming to the glomerular function. The first point is ultrafiltration. What is ultrafiltration? You have not learned the anatomy. Okay. Suppose this is glomerulus. These are the tufts of capillaries. And this is called, any idea? Afferent arterioles. Afferent arteriole. And this is efferent arteriole. Through this afferent arteriole, blood comes into the kidney. Then it passes through the cluster of capillary. Then it goes outside through the efferent arteriole. The diameter of the afferent arteriole is more than the efferent arteriole. Okay, so blood is coming through a wide passage and going through a narrow passage. So this will make a huge pressure. This will create a huge pressure. Okay, so this pressure forces the water along with the solutes to come out from glomerulus to Bowman capsule. Okay, so there is a force. This force is due to difference of diameter of afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. বোঝা গেছে? This is the wider part and this is the narrower part. So fluid is coming from wider part and passing through the narrow part. So there must be a pressure, blood pressure will be created here, and this blood pressure will create a force. And this force guides the fluid and the solute from glomerulus to basement Bowman capsule, and from Bowman capsule it will go down to the PCT. Okay, so this is called ultrafiltration. Okay, next point is glomerulus is selectively permeable. Why it is called selectively permeable? Large particle cross korte pare na. Okay, the charge of the basement membrane is negative. It is negatively charged, and the pore size, the effective pore size of glomerulus is very narrow, that is around 8 nanometer. So the large particle will not pass easily, and also the negatively charged particle will not pass easily. Okay, so basement membrane is negatively charged, and pore size is small, that is around 8 nanometer. So negatively charged particle will not cross easily, and large particle will not cross easily. So small diameter of particle and positively charged particle will pass more easily. That's why it is called selectively permeable. Okay. So here it is written, small molecules like sodium, potassium and glucose can easily pass, but albumin will not pass. Okay, 69,000 means 69 kilodalton is the molecular weight of albumin. So this is about the glomerular function. Now coming to the tubular function. Tubular function, mainly tubule ki kore? What does tubule do? Reabsorption of some solutes and secretion. Okay. So reabsorption and secretion of solutes and reabsorption of water. So first you see there is proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, there is reabsorption of sodium, chloride, bicarbonate, glucose, amino acid and water, and secretion of hydrogen and ammonia. In loop of Henle, there is reabsorption of sodium, chloride, calcium and magnesium. In distal convoluted tubule, only water absorption occurs, but secretion of lots of ions like hydrogen, potassium, ammonia and uric acid. glucose and amino acid, they are 100% absorbed from proximal convoluted tubule, 100%. That's why they are not normally present in urine. Okay. You can see in case of PCT, the water here it is written oblique means obligatory. So in PCT, water is absorbed which is obligatory. But in case of DCT, distal convoluted tubule, water absorption is facultative. Can you tell me what is the meaning of obligatory and facultative? Facultative. Why it is called facultative? And why it is called obligatory in case of PCT? Very good, osmotic balance is jonno. Because in PCT, sodium, chloride and bicarbonate, they are reabsorbed. So to maintain the osmolality, water is going along with them. So it is obligatory. But here, no. But in case of DCT, only water is absorbing. What happens when the glomerular filtrate comes from proximal convoluted tubule to distal convoluted tubule, then the amount of filtrate, that is glomerular filtration rate, decrease. When it comes to the loop of Henle, it becomes around 25 milliliter per minute. When it comes down to the DCT, it becomes 15 ml per minute. Okay, and the glomerular filtrate is hypotonic. Though it is hypotonic, water is reabsorbed in DCT, and the reabsorption is under the influence of anti-diuretic hormone ADH. Okay, in DCT, ADH acts and helps to reabsorb the water. Deficiency of ADH leads to diabetes insipidus. Next, coming to GFR. GFR means glomerular filtration rate. Okay, glomerular filtration rate. So what is glomerular filtration rate? It is the rate at which the glomerular produces filtrates, and it is expressed in ml per minute. How much amount of fluid is filtrated through the glomerulus per unit of time, that means per minute. It is called GFR, glomerular filtration rate. Normal value of GFR is around 120 ml per minute per 1.73 meter square. This is body surface area. Okay, body surface area. Glomerular filtrate is formed around 170 to 180 liter per day, and maximum is reabsorbed only 1.5 liter per day. Around 1.5 liter per day is excreted as urine. Okay, GFR is constant in a normal person, but may vary among people with normal kidney function. As the age reaches around 70 years, then 60 or 70 years, then the GFR value, glomerular filtration rate, it starts falling, but it is normal condition. Okay, so the glomerular filtration rate is changes with age. As age increases around 60 to 70 years of age, then there will be falling the rate of GFR, and if it is less than 60 ml per minute, though it is below the normal level is 120 ml, but it will be normal for the older people. Okay, so these are the factors affecting glomerular filtration rate. Decrease in systemic blood pressure, partial obstruction in renal arterial flow, partial obstruction due to stone or ischemia or thrombosis or maybe stricture. Okay, this may cause impairment of renal arterial flow. Then inflammatory process present in kidney, then decrease osmotically active component of plasma, and in last, this is glomerular capillary complex disease. So that if there is any hamperment in filtration, like disease in glomerulus or decreased blood pressure, or there is impairment renal blood flow, that all will lead to decreased glomerular filtration rate. Okay, now coming to renal threshold. What is renal threshold? Plasma level of the threshold level substance above which substance is excreted through urine is called renal threshold. That means it is the value. If the plasma level goes beyond to this value, then the substance will appear in the urine. You all know the threshold level of glucose, it's very common, that is 180 milligram per dl. If plasma level crosses 180 level milligram per dl, then glucose will appear in urine and the condition is called glycosuria. And there are renal threshold for lactate, it is 60 milligram per dl, bicarbonate it is 20 milliequivalent per liter. In case of any ion, the unit of the concentration is milliequivalent per liter or millimole per liter, not milligram. Okay, in case of any type of ions or electrolytes, the concentration is expressed as milliequivalent per liter or millimole per liter. In case of calcium, it is 10 milligram per dl. So these are the renal threshold. So now going to the classification of renal function test. There it is discussed under 3 heading. Number 1 is to screen the kidney disease. That means any kidney disease is present or not, just for screening purpose. Then we will perform complete urine analysis. Complete urine analysis, most of the test you have already performed in your practical class. Okay. Then plasma, urea and creatinine. Then plasma electrolyte. Among plasma electrolyte we will see concentration of sodium, concentration of potassium, concentration of phosphate, concentration of calcium. Okay. Next is to assess glomerular function. To assess glomerular function, we will calculate glomerular filtration rate. But glomerular filtration rate is we cannot calculate it directly. We have to take help of clearance test. Okay. Then for test of glomerular permeability, we will test for protein. Because the glomerular membrane is damaged, then protein will pass in the urine. So we can easily estimate protein and we can know that whether glomerular permeability is intact or not. Then number 3, to assess the tubular function. These tubular functions are not routinely done, but you have to know. Under the tubular function, there are reabsorption studies, secretion studies, concentration and dilution test and renal acidification. Now we will discuss one by one. Coming to the first point, that is complete urine analysis. Before going to complete urine analysis, we must know about the physical and the chemical characteristics of urine. So under physical characteristics, there is appearance of urine, volume, normal volume and specific gravity. Appearance of urine means urine is straw colored clear fluid, but in diseased condition, the color of urine may change, the opacity or it sometimes may be cloudy, it sometimes may be foamy, the color may be red, black. Okay, so if these abnormal things happen, so we can predict that there must be any underlying disease. So this table shows that there is abnormal appearance. Normal appearance is clear, that is straw colored. If it is cloudy, then the urine may have stand for long time. Okay, urine turns cloudy on standing due to precipitation of phosphate on refrigeration or presence of the pus cell. What happens? If urine stands for long time, then the bacteria overgrowth will happen. So the bacteria contains some enzyme that breaks down urea to ammonia. This ammonia, it increases the pH of the urine. Okay, that means it makes alkaline urine. And in alkaline medium, phosphate binds with calcium and magnesium and it forms a insoluble crystal. So insoluble crystal means the crystals will not be soluble, so the appearance will be opalescent or cloudy. Okay. Long standing condition means ইউরিন স্যাম্পল তো অনেকক্ষণ আগে কালেক্ট করে রেখে দিয়েছিস, তারপরে পড়েই আছে 1 ঘন্টা 2 ঘন্টা ধরে, ঠিক আছে? লং স্ট্যান্ডিং কন্ডিশন কি হবে? ব্যাকটেরিয়া উইল ওভারগ্রো। Bacteria will overgrow and bacteria produces some enzyme that breaks down urea to ammonia. Okay, so this ammonia increases the pH of urine. That means urine becomes alkaline. In alkaline medium, the calcium and magnesium, they binds with phosphate and they produces a crystal which is insoluble. তাহলে কি হবে, ইউরিনের মধ্যে থেকে যাবে, সলিউবল হবে না, সো ইট উইল গিভ দ্য ক্লাউডি অ্যাপিয়ারেন্স অর opalescent appearance. Next is foamy urine. This is not written here. Foamy urine is seen in case of proteinuria. This is pathological condition, but physiological condition, rapid evacuation of urine, that also leads to foamy urine. You can see in your internship, if you see a patient of nephrotic syndrome, then you watch the urine of this patient and you can clearly see that there is very foam. So you foam because there is a lots of albumin passes through the glomerulus of patient of nephrotic syndrome. So foamy appearance is seen in presence of protein or albumin. Then high color urine is due to concentrated urine. Less water intake jodi hoy, thik ache, then it will lead to high color urine. Normal urine color is due to oxidation of urobilinogen to urobilin. Then yellow color, bilirubinuria in jaundice and vitamin B complex intake. Vitamin B complex intake is also cause color yellow. Then smoky red means presence of blood and brownish red in hemoglobinuria. Orange, high level of, when high level of bilirubin is present, then orange. Low, not very high level, then it is yellow, but when high level of bilirubin is present, then it is orange. Next is rifampicin. What is rifampicin? It is a drug. Janis kise drug eta? Anti-tubercular drug. Very common and important drug. Okay, rifampicin. If a patient takes rifampicin, then you can see the color of the urine is orange. Okay. So rifampicin intake. Next, red due to porphyria and ingestion of the beetroot. Red color, very dark. Then black urine in case of alkaptonuria and formic acid poisoning. Alkaptonuria is related to which amino acid metabolism defect? Korisni amino acid metabolism? Alkaptonuria. What is alkaptonuria? It is due to deficiency of homogentic acid oxidase. Homogentic acid oxidase. কি করে homogentic acid? It helps in, এটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট, শর্ট নোট আসতে পারে, it helps in oxidation of homogentic acid to malonyl acetic acid. Homogentic acid from homogentic acid to malonyl acetic acid. Homogentic acid কি থেকে তৈরি হয় রে? কি রে, which amino acid? কেউ বলতে পারছিস না? হ্যাঁ, ফিনাইলঅ্যালানিন। Homogentic acid. Homogentic acid. Malonyl acetic acid. Malonyl acetic acid. The enzyme is homogentic acid oxidase. So, absence of homogentic acid oxidase will lead to increased level of homogentic acid. এই প্রসেসটা তো হতে পারছে না, so there will be increased level of homogentic acid. This homogentic acid will pass through urine and in presence of air, this homogentic acid forms alkapton body. The color of the alkapton body is black. That's why it is called alkaptonuria. Very common, very important for your short note. Okay, alkaptonuria. Then milky urine. Milky urine is seen as chyluria. Chyluria means presence of chyle. What is chyle? Chyle ki? What is chyle? Now we chyle nitrite. A lymphatic fluid. Okay, lymphatic fluid. In case of filariasis, we can see chyluria. The urine will be milky white, that means kyle. Next, coming to urine volume. Is the appearance, we have completed appearance, now coming to the volume. Normal volume is around 6 ml to 1.5 liter. If it is more than 3 liter per day, then it is called polyuria, and it is less than 400 milliliter, then it is called oliguria, and anuria means complete cessation of urine, or it is less than 200 ml per day, then it is called anuria, polyuria, oliguria and anuria. Then nocturia, it is excretion of urine by an adult of more than 500 ml with a specific gravity of less than 1.018 at night. It is characteristics of chronic glomerulonephritis. Actually our body is এভাবে মানে বডিটাকে করা হয়েছে, স্ট্যান্ডার্ডাইজ করা হয়েছে যে in night time the excretion of urine is less compared to daytime, but in case of nocturia the patient will excrete around 500 ml of urine or more than 500 ml of urine during the night period. This is indication of chronic glomerulonephritis. Okay. Now what is the causes of polyuria? Polyuria means excessive water আসবে, excessive water হলে it will excrete as urine. So excessive water pathologic, there is a psychological problem. In that case the patient takes excessive amount of water. Okay, so this can also lead to polyuria. Then you all know diabetes mellitus, diabetes insipidus. What is the cardinal three symptom of diabetes mellitus? Polyuria, polydipsia and polyphagia. Okay, so in case of diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus, polyuria is seen, and also in case of polycystic kidney disease, chronic renal failure, diuretics therapy and intravenous saline and glucose. What are diuretics? This is a group of drug which helps to increase urine production. Okay, it is used in treatment of lowering blood pressure or in case of congestive heart failure. Okay, example is furosemide. You will see you will read details in pharmacology. Okay, so diuretics therapy and then intravenous saline and glucose. IV saline চলছে কোনো পেশেন্টের হয়তো, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে কি হবে, excess amount of fluid is going, so there will be polyuria. Now causes of oliguria. This is dehydration due to less intake of water, vomiting and diarrhea and excessive sweating. Next is renal ischemia, acute tubular necrosis, obstruction of urinary tract and acute renal failure. Okay, mainly due to deficiency of water and in case of acute renal failure and acute tubular necrosis, or there is obstruction in urinary tract, that means if there is stone, okay, or there is enlargement of prostate, then it will press the urinary tract. Okay, so there will be less amount of urine will pass, and this is oliguria. Then specific gravity, first appearance, then volume, then specific gravity. Normal specific gravity of urine is 1.015 to 1.025. Hyperesthenuria, that means increased specific gravity. Increased specific gravity কখন দেখা যাবে? In case of oliguria, less amount of urine, less amount of fluid, but the solubility is same. So all causes of oliguria along with glycosuria. Then hyposthenuria, that means decreased specific gravity of urine. Okay, all causes of polyuria. Then isosthenuria, that means fixed value of specific gravity, that is 1.010. This is seen in chronic renal failure. Okay, because kidney has lost ability to secretion and reabsorption. Secretion করতে পারছে না, reabsorption করতে পারছে না. So the specific gravity has fixed at this level, that is 1.010. It is called isosthenuria. Okay, so we have completed the physical appearance. Now going to chemical characteristics of urine. First we will see pH, then protein, সুগার, কিটোন বডি, যা যা তোমরা প্র্যাকটিক্যালে করেছো সেগুলো সবই দেখবো। Normal pH of urine is 5.5 around. It is slightly acidic. Okay. What is the cause of acidic urine? Acidic urine due to diabetic ketoacidosis and starvation ketoacidosis. Okay. Then protein rich diet. What happens if we take protein rich diet? Then the protein will be break down into amino acid, and this amino acid will produce phosphoric acid and sulfuric acid, and this will excreted through urine, and the urine becomes acidic. Okay. Then UTI means urinary tract infection. Urinary tract infection due to Escherichia coli. Only Escherichia coli that causes acidic urine. Then acidification therapy, that is methenamine. This is a drug. It is given to the patient for acidification. So if we administer this drug, then urine will be acidic. So acidic urine is seen in protein-rich diet, and you all know in diabetic ketoacidosis and starvation ketoacidosis. Then urinary tract infection due to E. coli infection. E. coli means Escherichia coli. Okay. Then coming to alkaline urine. Alkaline urine in case of strict vegetarian. What happens in case of strict vegetarian? There is some organic acid present in the vegetable, that is citric acid, okay, or tartaric acid. This citric acid and tartaric acid, this is converted into bicarbonate, and this bicarbonate excreted through urine. That's why urine becomes alkaline. Then in case of systemic alkalosis, that is hyperventilation, vomiting, and renal tubular acidosis. Then kidney failure and UTI, that is urinary tract infection due to protease. Okay. In case of acidic urine, it was due to Escherichia coli, but in case of alkaline urine, it is due to protease. And then bicarbonate and acetazolamide therapy. Okay. So these are the causes of alkaline urine. Now coming to the taste of protein. You already know about taste of protein. Okay. We are not going in details. চটপট বলে ফেলো তো প্রোটিনের জন্য কি টেস্ট করবে? হিট অ্যান্ড অ্যাসিডিক অ্যাসিড। প্রোটিনিউরিয়া কজ তোমরা অনেকেই জানো। কমন কজ কি? নেফ্রোটিক সিনড্রোম। এটা বলতে ভুলবে না এক্সামে, এটা প্রথমে মুখ দিয়ে বের করবে, নেফ্রোটিক সিনড্রোম, তারপরে যা বলবে। Then test for sugar, name of the test is Benedict test. Causes of glycosuria, most important টা আগে বলো প্রথমে। diabetes mellitus. Okay. Then Rothera test is for ketone body. Ketone body is present in urine in which condition? Starvation ketoacidosis, diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay. And non-diabetic causes are high fever, vomiting, diarrhea. Okay. Then bile pigment and bile salt. You already know bile for bilirubin, which test we perform? Faucet. And for bile salt, Hay sulfur test. Okay. So bilirubin is seen in case of liver injury and hepatitis and obstruction of biliary tract. And bile salt is present in case of obstruction of the bile flow. Now urobilirubin test is Ehrlich test. Normal urine contains very trace amount of urobilirubin. So the test is weakly positive, but it is strongly positive in case of hemolytic anemia. Hemolytic anemia means there will be breakdown of the RBC. Okay. So more amount of hemoglobin will be produced. So more amount of urobilirubin will be produced. So it will give strongly positive. Normally it gives weakly positive. Okay. Then blood in urine. For blood কি টেস্ট করি আমরা? তোমরা করেছো অর্থোডল ইউরিন। Also benzidine test can be performed. Okay. Cause of blood you already know, pre-renal, renal and post-renal. I am not going in details. Now what is urine dipstick? Urine distich is a narrow plastic strip which has a several square of different color. Each small square represents a component of the test used to interpret the urine analysis. The entire strip is dipped into the urine and color change in each square is noted. The color changes take place after several seconds to a few minutes from dipping. এটা ন্যারো স্ট্রিপের মতো থাকে, narrow plastic strip. There is a square. Suppose this area for protein, this area for glucose, this area for ketone body, this area for blood. Okay, we have to take the strip and we have to dip into the urine. Okay, and wait for few seconds to minute, and color change will happen in each square. If there is present of protein in the urine sample, then color change will form in this square. Okay, respectively, if glucose is present, then color change will form in this square. So, seeing the color change, we can tell that protein is present or glucose is present. Okay, it is used in bedside test. Okay, going to laboratory is not needed. You can easily perform along the bedside of the patient. So, this is urine dipstick. This is very useful. So, advantage and disadvantage of urine dipstick. The main advantage of dipstick is it is convenient and easy to interpret. যে কেউ interpret করতে পারবে, একটা নন মেডিকোসও interpret করতে পারবে, just color change দেখে, instruction দেওয়াই থাকে বক্সের মধ্যে, and it is cost effective. But main disadvantage is information may not be very accurate as the test time is sensitive. মানে তুমি যদি ইউরিন ডিপ করে রেখে দাও 15 মিনিট 20 মিনিট পর গিয়ে দেখছো, then color will change, মানে exact color যেটা সেটা চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে. It is qualitative test, not a quantitative test. Just we can say present or not, but we cannot quantify. Okay, these are the disadvantage of dipstick. So first point we have completed, that is complete urine analysis. Okay, then we will read plasma, urea and creatinine. In complete urine analysis, you will write about the volume, that is physical appearance and chemical appearance. Okay, then in physical appearance ki ki likhbe? Physical appearance volume, specific gravity and appearance and abnormalities. Then chemical characteristics pH and all the abnormal constituents of urine that you have performed in your practical class. Auto details na, just 1 or 2 line. Then coming to the next step, that is plasma, urea, creatinine and plasma electrolyte. Plasma, urea and creatinine, urea, creatinine hoye geche to in your practical class, fine. Urea hoyni. Okay, so next week you will from this week, suppose you will perform the estimation of urea and estimation of creatinine. Estimation of urea is done by using enzyme urease. Okay, so the normal level of urea is around, ekhane lekha ache 15 to 40, around 20 to 40 milligram per dl in blood. Okay, and creatinine, it is measured by using Jaffe method. এগুলো সব পড়ানো হবে বলে আমি ডিটেইলসে বলছি না, in your practical class. The normal value of creatinine is 0.7 to 1.4 milligram per dl in case of male and 0.6 to 1.3 milligram per dl in case of female. Female কম কেন রে? Why less value in female? Creatinine is less in case of female compared to male. Why? Muscle mass, because it is dependent on muscle mass. Then uric acid, normal level is around 3 to 7 milligram per dl, and sodium 135 to 142 millimole per liter, sodium and potassium 3.5 to 5 millimole per liter. যদি এত ভ্যালু নাও মনে থাকে, জাস্ট লিখতে পারিস যে urea will increase, value of urea will increase, value of creatinine will increase in case of renal failure, and there will be hyponatremia, that means sodium will be less, and hyperkalemia, that means potassium will be low in case of chronic kidney disease or renal failure. Okay, so in blood we will perform urea, creatinine, uric acid, serum sodium, serum potassium and calcium. Okay, you just have to mention this. Then coming to GFR, this is under the second broad heading. Okay, assessment of glomerular function. Okay, the first is glomerular filtration rate, estimation of glomerular filtration rate. So we have already learned that normal GFR is around 120 ml per minute per 1.73 meter square. GFR is constant in normal individual. So I have already mentioned that we cannot estimate GFR directly. We have to take help of clearance test. Okay, so what is clearance? Clearance is defined as the quantity of blood or plasma completely cleared of a substance per unit time and is expressed as milliliter per unit time. Okay, it estimates the amount of plasma that must have passed through the glomeruli per minute with complete removal of that substance to account for the substance actually appearing in the urine. এটা actually basically simple ভাবে বলতে গেলে কি না, the a substance which is cleared through kidney and we have to measure how much amount of substance is cleared through kidney per unit time. Okay, this is clearance. কতটা ক্লিয়ার হচ্ছে কিডনি দিয়ে আর কিছুই না। So this is calculation. Clearance equal to milligram of substance excreted per minute divided by milligram of substance per ml of plasma. C is equal to U by P into V. U by P. U means concentration of this substance in urine. P means concentration of that substance in plasma, and V means ml of urine excreted per minute. Okay. Suppose we are calculating creatinine clearance. Then we have to estimate the concentration of creatinine in blood, concentration of creatinine in urine. Okay, then we have to put the value in U and P. Then V, we have to collect the urine in a specific time interval. Suppose we have collected 1 liter of urine interval of 2 hours. Then we have to divide the 1 liter divided by 2 and divided by 2 আর 2 hours means তাহলে 60 মিনিট হবে, তাহলে পার মিনিটে বের করতে হবে। দেন উই হ্যাভ টু পুট দ্য ভ্যালু অফ ভি। কিছুই না, জাস্ট কতটা ক্লিয়ার হচ্ছে পার মিনিট অফ টাইম, তার জন্য এত বড় বড় কথা, আর কিছুই না। সো দেয়ার আর সাম মার্কার্স অফ ক্লিয়ারেন্স। কার ক্লিয়ারেন্স দেখবো, ঠিক আছে। সো দেয়ার আর সাম এক্সোজেনাস মার্কার অ্যান্ড এন্ডোজেনাস মার্কার। এন্ডোজেনাস মার্কারস আর কার ক্লিয়ারেন্স দেখা হয়, একটা যেটা বললাম ক্রিয়েটিনিন দেখা হয়, আর তো দেখা হয় ইউরিয়া ক্রিয়েটিনিন। আর এক্সোজেনাস মার্কার মানে আউটসাইডের কোনো কিছু মার্কার যদি আমরা করি, যেমন হলো ইনিউলিন। ওকে, ইনিউলিন কোথায় পড়েছিস রে? হ্যাঁ, ভেরি গুড, ইনিউলিন, ইট ইজ এ এক্সোজেনাস মার্কার। আর আছে তো টেকনিসিয়াম লেভেলড ইডিটিএ। টেকনিসিয়াম 99 লেভেলড EDTA, full form of EDTA, triethylamine tetraacetic acid, used as কি হিসাবে ইউজ করি? অ্যান্টিকোয়াগুলেন্ট। Another is chromium 51 labeled EDTA. Inulin, these are the exogenous marker. Why these are called exogenous? Because we have to administer or inject these markers into our body. But in case of endogenous, they are already present in our body, that is urea and creatinine. তাহলে কোনটা বেটার হবে, exogenous না endogenous? Which marker will be better? Endogenous. Exogenous একটা ফালতু বাইরের একটা কেমিক্যাল ইনজেক্ট করবি বডিতে, সেটা কি ভালো হবে? তার থেকে endogenous marker will be better. This is relation. What is the relationship of GFR with clearance? রিলেশনশিপ বলতে যেটা বলছিলাম ক্রিয়েটিনিনের, হুইচ সাবস্টেন্স is neither excreted nor secreted. In that case GFR will be equal to clearance. মানে যতটা ফিল্টার হয়ে আসছে ততটাই বেরিয়ে চলে যাচ্ছে, সিক্রেশনও হচ্ছে না, রিঅ্যাবজর্পশনও হচ্ছে না। সো GFR will be equal to clearance. আর যেটা রিঅ্যাবজর্ব হয়ে যাবে, তার ক্লিয়ারেন্স ভ্যালুটা কি হবে GFR এর থেকে? রিঅ্যাবজর্ব লেখা আছে, দেখ সাবস্টেন্স ফিল্ড, মাঝেরটা বাদ দে, কনফিউজিং আছে। সাবস্টেন্স ফিল্টার পার্সিয়ালি রিঅ্যাবজর্ব, তাহলে ক্লিয়ারেন্স ভ্যালু লেস দ্যান GFR, ঠিক আছে। রিঅ্যাবজর্ব হয়ে তো সলিউট কিছুটা চলে যাচ্ছে ব্যাক করে, তাহলে ক্লিয়ারেন্সে তুই কম পাবি। So that's why clearance is less than GFR. Example হলো ইউরিয়া, সাবস্টেন্স ফিল্টার্ড অ্যান্ড সিক্রিটেড, শুধু সিক্রিশন হচ্ছে, তার মানে অ্যাড হচ্ছে, দ্যাট মিনস দ্য ক্লিয়ারেন্স ভ্যালু উইল বি মোর, ক্লিয়ারেন্স ভ্যালু ইজ মোর দেন GFR ইন কেস অফ ডায়োড্রাস্ট। আর সাবস্টেন্স যেটা নাইদার এক্সক্রিটেড নর রিঅ্যাবজর্বড, ইট ইজ আইডিয়াল এক্সাম্পল ইজ ইনিউলিন। অ্যাকচুয়ালি ক্রিয়েটিনিন একটা লেসার মানে খুব কম অ্যামাউন্টের এটা মানে রিঅ্যাবজর্ব হয়, তো ক্রিয়েটিনিন is not that much ideal, but inulin is, in case of inulin, GFR is equal to clearance. Okay, then coming to creatinine clearance, you all know that creatinine is a waste product. Creatinine is synthesized from creatine. From creatine it is creatine phosphate. Enzyme is creatine kinase or creatine phosphokinase. From creatine phosphate, creatinine is produced. And in this step, no enzyme is needed. That's why it is non-enzymatic and spontaneous process. Okay. So it is synthesized from creatine. 98% creatine is present in muscle and 1.6% creatine is converted in creatinine. Normal reference is 0.7 to 1.4 milligram per DL in case of male. In case of female, একটা করে পয়েন্ট কমিয়ে দিবি, এটা 0.7 আছে, তো মনে রাখা খুবই, ভ্যালুটা কিন্তু ধরবে প্র্যাকটিক্যালে, 0.7 to 1.4, এটা হলো মেল। ইন কেস অফ ফিমেল 0.6 to 1.3, and in case of children 0.4 to 0.5 to 1.2. Okay, these are the normal level of creatinine in blood or serum. 50% of kidney function is lost before blood creatinine level is raised. ব্লাড ক্রিয়েটিনিন তুই যে টেস্ট করিস দেখবি নর্মাল আছে, কিন্তু হতে পারে যে অলরেডি কিডনি ড্যামেজ হ্যাজ স্টার্টেড। ওকে, তো 50% কিডনি ড্যামেজ যখন স্টার্ট হয় তখনই ক্রিয়েটিন লেভেল ব্লাডে রাইজ করতে শুরু করে। ঠিক আছে, লেভেল মোর দ্যান 1.5 milligram per DL indicates impairment of renal function. So this is about creatinine. Now we will see what is the procedure of creatinine clearance test. We have to give 500 ml of water to the patient. Okay, after 30 minutes you have to ask empty the bladder and we have to discard the urine. Exactly after 60 minutes again you have to ask void the bladder and collect the urine. You have to note the volume and then you have to take blood sample, and creatinine you have to estimate creatinine level in blood and urine. Jeta bollam, for you we have to test the creatinine level in urine. For P you have to test the creatinine level in plasma, and V holo ei je volume 30 minutes e ekta void korlo and next 60 minutes e, ঠিক আছে, 30 মিনিটস একটা ডিসকার্ড করে দিলে 60 মিনিটসে ভয়েড করলো, মানে ওটা 1 আওয়ারে হলো, 1 আওয়ারে এত লিটার, ওটাকে মিনিটে ভাগ করে দিতে হবে 60 দিয়ে। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে U/P into V. This is uncorrected clearance. Corrected clearance কি? Now you have to calculate it, adjust with body surface area. For adjusting body surface area, we have to multiply with 1.73 and we have to divide with the body surface area of the patient, that is A. Okay, it is for standardization, and the previous formula was uncorrected and this is corrected on the basis of body surface area. So in case of clearance, these are the normal value of serum creatinine, and from creatinine clearance the GFR value that we can calculate, that is in case of male it is 95 to 115 milliliter per minute, and in case of adult female it is 85 to 120 milliliter per minute. Approximate কত বলেছি GFR এর ভ্যালু নরমাল ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালের? না 180টা তো ওটা মানে ফিল্ট্রেট করছে, গোমরার ফিল্ট্রেট 120, around 120, but if we use creatinine then GFR value of the range of the GFR will be 95 to 115, মানে প্রায় কাছাকাছি। Then what is the advantage of creatinine? It is endogenously produced, endogenous substance, constantly produced at constant rate and constantly excreted. Blood level will not fluctuate. It is non-enzymatic and spontaneous. It is not bound to plasma protein and not affected by diet or exercise. Okay. Entire filtered creatinine is excreted, so renal creatinine is a measure of GFR. Disadvantage of creatinine. Creatinine is filtered by glomeruli. Of total excretion, about 10% is tubular secretion. ওই যে বললাম very little amount একটা secretion হয়, সেটা হলো 10%. When the GFR is reduced, the secretion component is increased and it will vicinate the result. The creatinine clearance is said to overestimate GFR by about 10 to 20 ml per minute. When GFR is severely reduced, extraneural excretion increases. Then the major route becomes degradation by intestinal bacteria flow. Early kidney failure is not detected. Early kidney failure কেন ডিটেক্ট করতে পারে না? GFR এর ভ্যালু যখন কমতে কমতে 120 থেকে ধর 120 থেকে ধর কমতে কমতে প্রায় 60 মতো চলে এলো, 60, 40, দেন বডি ট্রাইজ টু কম্পেনসেট। কিভাবে কম্পেনসেট করে না, ওই যে যেটা আছে অ্যামাউন্ট, ঠিক আছে, ওটা আচ্ছা এটা পরে বলছি, সিস্টাটিন বললে ভালো কম্পেয়ারটা বুঝতে পারবি। সিস্টাটিনটা বলে দিই আগে, টাইম শেষ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। These are the grading of chronic kidney disease. ওই GFR ভ্যালুটা যে পেলি, ঠিক আছে, সে ভ্যালু দেখে we can say that which stage of kidney disease, বলে না CKD 1, CKD 2 এরকম বলবে দেখবি। তো these are the CKD, there are 5 stages, CKD 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, when it will call stage 1, when the GFR value is around 90 or more, then it is called stage 1, that is minimal damage with normal GFR. মানে GFR তখনও ঠিক আছে, but damage has already started. In stage 2, the GFR value is 60 to 89. There is mild damage and slightly low GFR. Then stage 3, it is 30 to 59, moderately low GFR. And when it is severely low GFR, that is 15 to 29, then it is grade 4. And in stage of kidney failure, that is stage 5, then the GFR value will be less than 50. ঠিক আছে, that is kidney failure, last stage. This is the classification of chronic kidney disease. Acha, what is estimated GFR? That is eGFR. eGFR, it is a simpler technique for estimation serum creatinine clearance, and thereby GFR is by using serum creatinine level. This would eliminate need of time during collection. Okay, the name of the formula is Cockcroft-Gault equation. Cockcroft-Gault equation. এই ইকুয়েশনটা মনে রাখতে হবে, ঠিক আছে। সো creatinine clearance is equal to 140 minus age in years into weight in kg divided by 72 into serum creatinine, and লাস্টে 0.85 গুণ করতে হবে। 140 minus age into weight divided by 72 into serum creatinine. This is the eGFR. eGFR. But if the patient is female, then ওখানে দেখ মাল্টিপ্লাই একটা ফ্যাক্টর আছে 0.85, then we have to multiply with 0.85. কেন? Because female has less muscle mass, so it is the corrected form for female patient. But the actual formula of eGFR is 140 minus age into weight divided by 72 into serum creatinine level. Okay, so the name of the equation is Cockcroft-Gault. Cockcroft-Gault নামটা বলতে হবে, কিন্তু এটা ধরবে এক্সামে। Cockcroft-Gault. This is eGFR. আগে আমরা করছিলাম শুধু GFR. This is eGFR, that is estimated GFR. Now coming to the MDRD. Cockcroft-Gault equation is easy, but MDRD equation is very accurate. MDRD, it takes the value of creatinine, blood urea, nitrogen, serum albumin, cystatin C. The equation is complicated, that's why we use a online calculator for calculation of MDRD. Full form of MDRD is modified diet in renal disease. Okay, eGFR can only be used accurately in patient with chronic kidney disease and not in healthy individuals or children or obese patient. eGFR এর এই যে ক্যালকুলেশনটা নরমাল পেশেন্ট, নরমাল ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালের ক্ষেত্রে অ্যাপ্লিকেবল হবে না, অনলি পেশেন্ট উইথ renal disease we can apply. Then what is CKD and AKI? CKD means chronic kidney disease, and AKI means acute kidney injury. CKD কখন বলবো? When GFR is less than 60 for 3 months or more, then it is called CKD. And what is AKI? When there is rapid rise of serum creatinine level with low urine output, that is oliguria, then it is called AKI. So in case of AKI, we can see oliguria, hyponatremia means decrease sodium, hypokalemia, calcemia means decrease calcium, hyperkalemia means increase potassium, and hyperphosphatemia and hyperuricemia. These all seen in the acute kidney injury. পেশেন্টের সিমটম কি থাকে রে সিকেডি পেশেন্টের? যেটা দেখলেই বুঝতে পারবি, সেটা হলো পাফিনেস অফ ফেস অ্যান্ড আইজ। ফার্স্ট মানে সোয়েলিং অফ ফেস দিয়ে স্টার্ট হয়, দেন অ্যাসাইটিস মিনস সোয়েলিং অফ অ্যাবডোমেন, দেন pedal edema. But if it is congestive heart failure, then first pedal edema appears. But if it is due to kidney disease, then first facial edema or facial puffiness appears. Okay, or patient may be appear with anemia. Anemia occurs due to deficiency of erythropoietin. Okay, anemia hobe, urine volume change hobe, and there will be puffiness of the face or generalized body swelling. Okay,